Welcome. Welcome to this week's Reconsider It live stream. Yes. Yeah. Best part of the week every week. You've been looking forward to this week, and now it's time. It is time for some Reconsider It live stream. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed that little thumb stuff I was doing. Pretty nice. Can you imagine I did a whole live stream of like just that? Like no other sounds, just this. Maybe I'll do I'll do some of that and talk over it and be like, here's my very elegant artistry. Look at me, look how highly developed my artistry is. Hopefully that has come through the audio and you actually heard what I said and it, it didn't just sound like a bunch of hitting the mic. Anyway, thanks for joining me here in this week's live stream. Going to do the usual entertainment that you love so much. Going to do some beatbox and live looping. Yes. Yes. This week, I'm going to do some rap. I'm going to remix a rap verse of mine. This is an unreleased verse, so there's no studio version that I can link you to and be like, oh, what do you think about this remix versus the studio version, like I normally would do in my live streams when I do a rap song. So today, this is unreleased. Going to get to hear this. I think you might be the first person to hear this ever. I don't think I've performed this live. So, good news. Getting to hear a song for the first time ever. This song is called I'm Good, or at least the verse is called I'm Good. I'm going to jump straight into it. Let's do it. I come off as if I'm pretty well put together. Bet you never thought to this. If I were to admit that I'm tormented, often it is more than I could store in this body and give form to with the energy from memories I never leave, whether they be the type that I would tend to see in a light heavenly or the other extremity. I let it get to me. It's what Hashem meant for me, and the right position for a memory is in my commission. I'm obliged to listen, and a wise conviction I'm insistent is that I am given some time within which I can drive decisions and supply the missing bridge that I'm convinced is the reason I'm here and not where I would like to be. Believe none of what you see reflects the inner space. Agreed, yep. I harmonize with my surroundings to keep from being jumped.
It looks like I'm good, right?
Looks like. It looks like I'm good, right? When you look at me, it looks like I'm good. Looks like I'm very well put together, have everything in order, things are well managed. It looks like that. But how would you know? How could you possibly tell if, in fact, it's only my exterior that's good? How would you know? How would you know that I don't also have just total suffering internally? I'm just completely stressed out to the point that I'm barely hanging on by the edge of my fingers, but it looks like I'm good, right? Have you ever felt like that? Have you ever been like on the edge, just barely keeping it together, and then other people just think you're fine? Sometimes I'll have that experience, and then I'll very much not be fine and very much need support, or at least need to have just space, just personal space. And I try to vocalize that, and I'm like, hey, what you're doing is really stressing me out, and I'm totally on edge, so I need you to respect my boundaries. And then they just don't. They're like, your boundaries look fine to me. I'll determine whether you're really stressed. You using your language, that's not enough. You look fine. It looks like you're good, so that means you are. And the fact that you're verbalizing the fact that you're not, no, none of that's true. You're making that up. You actually are fine, but I'm actually not. I'm actually on the edge and about to lose it. Please get out of my face. You ever felt like that before? Let me know in the comments a time that you've had to deal with that. You've had to deal with being kind of stressed, not being very well put together internally, but externally you look good. And then other people just assume you're good and don't listen to you when you tell them you're not. Let me know in the comments a time that you have felt like that. Thanks for checking out this brand new song. No one's ever heard this before. You are the first audience ever to hear this track. Thank you for checking this out. And thanks for being here for today's live stream. Come on back next week. We'd love to see you next Wednesday. Do these every Wednesday. I'm going to do some rap remix next week. Or am I going to do some FlowLoops where I play with uncommon time? I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do next week. All I know is that there will be a next week. So come on through. By the way, as a PS, for anyone who is local to where I live and you see me perform in person, I do have the first show ever after the pandemic. Yes! Come on through September 24th. I'm going to be opening for my man Carnage the Executioner. Also a live beatbox, looping, rap guy. So be a very good show. I've opened for Carnage a few times. He's not only is he entertaining, but he's just a cool guy. Like you could go talk to him and he's happy to talk to you. He's very approachable. So that's what I call a real artist. He's a good guy. Happy he's coming through. I'm happy I get to open for him again. Come on through. Would love to see you there. If you're local, if you are non-local, you are somewhere else on earth, then I'll keep you posted. Hopefully I'll have some video or something from that show and I could share. In any case, thanks again for coming to today's live stream. See you next week.